In the world of professional cycling, new talents emerge every season, but few have captured the imagination quite like Biniam Girmay.
It's gonna be Biniam Girmay!
Girmay's journey to the top of cycling world is as inspiring as it is unprecedented. Eritrea, a small country in the Horn of Africa, has a rich cycling culture deeply ingrained in its history. As Girmay himself puts it, it's like here in Belgium. People are used to riding a bike. It's part of our culture. Girmay's love for cycling was nurtured by his family. His cousin, Meron Teshome, introduced him to the sport. The young Girmay would spend afternoons watching the Tour de France in Asmar's bustling cafes, though, at first, he found it challenging to sit through entire stages. When I was 11, I couldn't sit down for more than 30 minutes. I wasn't really passionate about cycling back then. But as Girmay grew older, his passion for cycling became stronger. He was inspired by the first Eritreans to race the Tour de France in 2015, particularly Daniel Teklehaimanot, who wore the King of the Mountains jersey for 4 stages. I said maybe this is possible, to be part of the tour one time. Daniel showed us everything is possible and what we, African cyclists, can win stages. Girmay's talent was evident from an early age. In 2018, at just 18 years old, he became a triple junior cycling champion of Africa, winning the road race, time trial and team time trial. This was just the beginning of his rise in the cycling world. Girmay's performances in Africa didn't go unnoticed. In 2019, he achieved a significant milestone by becoming the first African-born cyclist in the 2000s to win a professional race, claiming the victory in the 3rd stage of La Tropical Amisa Bongo. Winning that stage was a big moment for me. It showed that I could compete at a higher level. But it was in 2021 that Girmay would truly announce himself to the cycling world. At the Under-23 World Championships in Flanders, Belgium, he sprinted to a silver medal in the road race. This performance made him the first black African cyclist to win a medal at any World Championships. What we're witnessing here is history in the making. Biniam Girmay is not just a talented cyclist, he's a trailblazer for African cycling. Girmay's silver medal at the World Championships caught the attention of World Tour teams. In August 2021, he signed with Intermarché Wanty Group Gobert, becoming the first Eritrean to join a World Tour team. The 2022 season would prove to be Girmay's true breakout year. He was able to claim his first World Tour victory at Gent-Wevelgem, a tough Belgium classic with cobblestone sections.
Girmay does launch the sprint, right side, 250 for go when he hit the front, and Biniam Girmay's there in the front. Biniam Girmay is staying. Can they come off his wheel? It doesn't look like it. Girmay's going to the line. Girmay's going to the line. Biniam Girmay makes history. And Biniam Girmay breaking down barriers.
Bini was in a small breakaway with some great riders like Jasper Philipsen, but regardless, he was able to sprint faster than the rest, winning the race. This win was historic as well. Girmay became the first black African to win a World Tour race. I can't believe it. To win this race, it's unbelievable. This is for all of Eritrea and all of Africa.
I think it's such an important race, especially for me, for my team. Of course, also for African cycling. A really important moment for us.
But Girmay wasn't done making history. In May, he lined up for his first Grand Tour, the JY Italia. On stage 10, in a thrilling sprint finish, Girmay outpaced Mathieu van der Poel to claim the stage victory, now really showcasing he could win any sprint at any time. This also made him the first black African rider to win a Grand Tour stage, adding to the long list of accolades already. What Girmay is doing is revolutionary. He's not just winning races, he's changing the face of cycling. He's proving that African riders can compete and win at the highest level of the sport. However, Girmay's historic JY Italia stage win came at a cost. During the podium ceremony, while opening the celebratory bottle of Prosecco, the cork hit him in the eye, forcing him to withdraw from the race the next day. It's a shame, but we can't take any risks with eye injuries. Biniam's health is our primary concern. This setback was a reminder that anything can happen in professional cycling, but for Girmay, it was just a temporary obstacle. He wasn't quite done yet. 2023 rolled around, but unfortunately for Girmay, it wasn't anything to write home about. But for the 2024 season, he was more than ready to prove a point. Because at stage 3 of the Tour de France into Torino, he was able to beat the likes of Mark Cavendish, Jasper Philipsen and Fernando Gaviria in a sprint, showcasing his massive burst of power and his ability to keep his speed all the way to the line.
Girmay goes across and it is right in the centre. Mads Pedersen, Girmay Girmay, Biniam Girmay, Biniam Girmay wins his first ever stage of the Tour de France for Eritrea.
And what's even more impressive is that he has barely had a lead out, but he uses his clever tactics to stay in the correct wheel before launching his sprint. By winning, Girmay once again made history by becoming the first black African rider to win a stage in the Tour de France.
For this moment for a long time, you had already been on the Tour de France, but you finally have a stage victory in the world's greatest race. What does it mean for you?
Yeah, first of all, I would say thanks God for everything, for give me all the strength, support. Since I started cycling, Tour de France was, yeah, I'm never dreaming to be part of Tour de France, but now, yeah, I can't believe it. To win in Tour de France, second year in the big bunch sprint, yeah, for me was unbelievable. I just want to say thank you to my family, my wife, all the Eritrean and African. We must be proud. Now we are really part of the big races, and then we success a lot of victories. So now it's our moment, it's our time.
Girmay's victory wasn't just a personal triumph, it was a watershed moment for African cycling. His success has shown that with talent, determination and opportunity, riders from any background can reach the pinnacle of the sport. He also managed to win stage 8 of the Tour, showcasing that his first win wasn't a fluke.
Really start to kick for the finish. 44 kilometers an hour. It's a sheer power uphill sprint for the finish. It's going to be Biniam Girmay.
Currently, as we're writing this script, he is in the green jersey, and we have no doubts that he could keep it all the way to Nice. Biniam Girmay's career is far from over. At just 24 years old, he has already achieved what many cyclists only dream of. But perhaps more importantly, he has opened the doors for future generations of African cyclists. I'm always happy to help, with materials or with advice. This is the time to move one step closer, because now we can do a good result. We can win in Grand Tours, we can win classics, so I think this is our time. As we look to the future, one thing is clear. Biniam Girmay is here to stay. He has already proven himself at this year's Tour de France that he can be the best of the best. He's a breaker of barriers, a record breaker, and an inspiration to millions around the world, and particularly Africans.
From the start of the tour, I knew I could do good result if I have the right time, the right wheel. So I proved the last 3 sprint. If I am in good position, I can able to win.
Thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please click the like button below and do consider subscribing.